Dear artist, free yourself. You heard me. Free yourself from the toxic guidelines set upon you from other people who are ignorant to the true passion you possess. Release the notion that it's wrong to use references. Who said? You surely didn't come up with that rule yourself, did you? It's a shame, really, how many artists I come across that stifle their own creativity just because of some old 2012 Tumblr rhetoric that somehow continued to permeate into the current age. I remember a conversation I had once. I want to draw a blank, but I can't draw it accurately, they said. Why not look up a reference? I suggested. I can't do that, they answered. Why? Because it's cheating. The person, let's name them Alex just because I like that name, wasn't even fully convinced of it themselves. I could see it in their face that it was just something they'd seen be said so often that it absorbed into their reality. But deep inside, I knew Alex really wanted to draw what they couldn't. Because I was the same way once, infected with the same mindset and weighed by the same shame I was only giving myself. But you wouldn't go into a hair salon or a barber without a picture at the ready. You wouldn't go paint your wall without looking up which colors you like. Nor would you decorate that same room without looking up some cute furniture and designing a room concept. You wouldn't pick colors for a hair dye or go to a nail salon without checking the swatches. Nor would you build in a creative game without looking up examples of what you're building to make sure it's accurate. And just as much, you wouldn't cook a meal you've never had before without looking up the recipe or learning from someone who mastered the meal. Whether you believe it or not, all of these examples are the very thing you've accepted as cheating. References. Art is a medium of practice. It takes years, decades even, of failures to hone what people will call talent. But how can you practice when you refuse to accept that you don't know what you don't know? How can you create an accurate depiction of what you desire without studying the accurate representation? You aren't meant to just get it. You're a human, and humans have to learn first. Matter of fact, I want to do an exercise with you. Let's do something fun. And no cheating, dear artist. Since Mickey Mouse is public domain now, I want you to draw Mickey Mouse from memory. Right now. I will give you 90 seconds to draw what you think Mickey Mouse looks like. Don't you dare look him up. I'm challenging this rhetoric within your mind. Don't get defensive. I'm not attacking you, nor am I calling you a bad artist for not being able to do it on your own. Quite the opposite, actually. I believe in you, and that's why I want you to do this, because I want you to see the harm this is causing to the growth of your skill set. So open your mind and draw. Go. Now stop. You did it! How'd that feel? What'd you experience? Frustration? Confusion? Were you able to do it at all? Perhaps, did you even enjoy the challenge? Whatever your feelings, take a step back and evaluate your Mickey Mouse. What's he look like? Now, I'm gonna show you what Mickey really looks like. How does it compare to your imagination? If this is your desired art style, then what you've done is fine, in my opinion. There are plenty of freehand artists that simply draw from their imagination and don't concern themselves with anatomical correctness or an overall accurate representation, and that's perfectly okay. Art is a spectrum, after all, and it's not my job to police your style if you're perfectly happy with it. All that matters is that you're happy with what you do. But if you're like Alex and I were, and felt ashamed that you couldn't draw it how you wanted, then this next step is for you. This Mickey image is your reference. Now, I want you to draw Mickey again using this image to bounce off of. Take a deep breath and get ready. 90 seconds once more, okay? Go. Okay, stop. Take a step back and look at your Mickey now. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for doing this challenge with me. I did it right alongside you so you wouldn't feel alone. How much did your art improve with just that little exercise? If it didn't improve at all to your standards, that's okay. You're not broken and nothing's wrong with you. Again, art is a medium of practice. It took me 23 years to get to where I'm at as a self-taught artist, and everyone is different. I urge you to keep going, please, because the world needs your creativity now more than ever. If your art did improve, how did it feel to be liberated of those barriers you placed upon yourself? I know, for me, I got so excited to draw once I realized the things I was thinking about were actually coming out how I wanted them to. And the relief that I felt once I no longer was ashamed of myself was better than any dopamine hit combined. This is what you're missing out on by depriving yourself of growth. This is one of the steps that it takes to bring you to where you want to be. Imagine how much your recreation of this image would improve if you just studied it throughout the course of a week. And you know the craziest part? You didn't cheat anything. So, dear artist, study that anatomy. Take pictures of the poses you imagine. Evaluate your landscape and sketch what you witness. Look up those pictures of scenery for those pesky backgrounds that can't quite come to life properly. We all hate backgrounds, I promise. And don't be afraid to say that you've done so to create what you do. After all, the reference is just the setup. You still had to take it the rest of the way, all on your own, to get it to be where it is. Before I sign off on today's letter, I'd like to thank my patrons, Angel, Angelina Ochoa, Strawberry Nerd 12, and Joshua Calindres. Thank you guys for supporting my artistic and sometimes autistic nonsense and being one of the reasons behind my creativity. If you'd like to become a member to my Patreon and get access to various cool perks, including seeing my exclusive Patreon story, The Things I Do, that feature the OCs I make a lot of my shorts about, my link is in my bio. Thank you in advance. Otherwise, consider subscribing and liking this video to show YouTube's algorithm that I'm worth paying attention to. Thank you for your time. Sincerely, Mellow Otter.